Hey you beautiful soul, welcome back to Fitness with Apoorva with me Apoorva Jayarajan, and this is day 6 of our 7-day yoga challenge. If you've just joined us and you don't know what the 7-day yoga challenge is, you can pause this video right here, have a look at this playlist and go and check out day 1 to 5, practice all of that and come back to this video and then join us on the mat. So today is our 6th day and this is going to be a yummy hip and spine opening yoga flow, which is perfect if you've had a long week and also if you're a beginner and just beginning your yoga journey. So get into something comfortable, roll out your yoga mat and let's get started. Before we jump into today's video, don't forget, if you're new here, to subscribe to my channel and also hit the bell icon so that you can be notified when I drop more videos. Alright, so let's come down to the mat in a low Vajrasan. So let your toes touch and open out your heels so that your hips can cradle itself in your heels. Place your hands on the thighs and you can choose to close your eyes here or soften your gaze, whatever feels comfortable. We'll take a couple of deep breaths here before we move into today's practice. So make sure that your head is aligned over your heart over your hips, so that your spine is straight and long. And right off, observe your breathing. Don't force anything, just notice. And once you're bringing your awareness, gently try to elongate your inhalations and exhalations at your own pace. So a nice deep breath in, deep breath out, letting it all go. Awesome. Gently flutter your eyes open and place your hands to the sides so that right away we can start some side stretches, because today's video is all about a happy hip and spine flow. So generally we store our emotions in our hips and we carry all our stresses inside our spine. That's what they generally say. And it's known that if you're stressed or if you're tensed, your shoulders and your spine take the hit immediately. Alright, so we're trying to undo that in today's video. So place your hands to the sides in a comfortable position and inhale. Lift your right hand off the mat, straightening from through the fingertips, from the mat all the way into your hands, drawing up energy. And as you exhale, stretch over to the left side. You can choose to look up at the ceiling just to get a little bit of a twist in the neck. Gently bring your gaze to the mat, opening out the sides of the neck. Inhale, lift up a little taller and exhale to come back to neutral. Awesome. Now from there, inhale, lifting the left arm up this time, drawing energy through your fingertips all the way up. And as you exhale, start to stretch to the right, opening out the sides of the body. Gently shift your gaze up to the ceiling, twisting the neck, and shift your gaze down to the mat. Make sure that both your hips are low. From there, inhale, lift up, straighten your chest, and exhale, coming back to neutral. Super, awesome. From there, come into an animal pose. So take your time to set up in a solid animal posture like we've done in all our previous videos. So open out your fingertips wide. Make sure that your shoulder is in line with your wrist and your knees are hip width apart and right underneath your hip points. Lift up the front body to meet the back body. Straighten your spine all the way from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Awesome. From there, firmly place both your palms into the mat. Inhale and drop the belly, lift the chest, shift your gaze forward and up. And exhale around the spine, arch your back, push the mat away, drop your head. Navel comes in towards the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, shift your gaze. Exhale around the spine. This is an amazing stretch for your spine, so be very mindful, moving vertebra by vertebra. Awesome. And from there, bringing your spine back to neutral, you can take a couple of seconds here to just move your spine any which way you want. So bump your hips to the right and your neck shifting to the right as well. To the left, a little yes, a little no in your neck. Moving as you feel comfortable. Also, you can shift your hips to the back, imagining that there's a string pulling your tailbone to the back of the mat and all the way forward. Warming up our bodies. And the other side. Super awesome. From there, bring your palms firmly into the mat. Inhale, lift your right hand off the mat, stretch your right hand all the way up into the ceiling. Exhale, we hook the right hand between and below the left and placing your right shoulder and the right side of your face down. Threading the needle. So work your left hand forward. Make sure that your hips are stacked up on the knees and you're stretching your upper body. Your shoulders are opening up and taking a couple of deep belly breaths. Just take a second to observe your breathing. Awesome. From there, once you're ready, bring your left hand right underneath your shoulder. Inhale, lift the right hand off the mat, sending it straight up to the ceiling. And exhale, drive it back down. Awesome. Moving to the other side. Inhale, lift your left hand, drive it all the way up into the ceiling. And exhale, thread it between your right hand, stretching your left shoulder and your left side of the face down on the mat. Work your right hand forward, stretch into threading the needle. Make sure that your toes are in contact with the mat so that your lower body stays active. Take a nice deep breath, belly breath. Awesome. Gently bring your right hand right underneath your shoulder. Inhale, lift the left hand off and point it up towards the ceiling for a counter stretch and drive that hand back down. Awesome. Now walk your hands slightly forward and gently get your knees down and your belly completely down on the mat in a prone position. We'll take a quick sphinx pose here. So getting your elbows slightly forward in line with your shoulders. Make sure that your toes are in contact with the mat so that your lower body stays active. Pressing the pubic bone into the mat. Inhale, lift up so that you're supported on your forearms and look forward. Sphinx pose. A variation of Bhujangasana. Awesome. Exhale, bring your hands to fold forward, placing your forehead on it. And prepare to lift up into plank. So place your palms right underneath your shoulders. Curl your toes. Inhale, using your core, lift up in on your knees and drive all the way up into plank. And using your hips, gently stretch back into Parvatasana or downward facing dog. This is also an excellent stretch for your back. Awesome. From there, inhale, lift your right leg off the mat, stretching it all the way up, pointing it upwards away from your body. And exhale to bring your knee into your chest and place your right leg all the way up between your fingertips in a low lunge. So making sure that your hips stay down, weighing heavy, going all the way down towards the mat. Bring your back knee and toe down, stretch into your low runner's lunge. So lifting your chest, let your fingertips lightly graze the mat. Inhale, using your chin to draw a line all the way up towards the ceiling. Awesome. Once you're there, bring your chin back towards your chest. Place your right hand to the inside of your right foot and place the right foot to the outside edge of the mat. Alright, make sure that your foot is completely in contact with the mat and gently come down on your forearms in a lizard lunge. You can choose to look forward. So your knee is near the back of your shoulder. This is an excellent stretch for your inner hips. Deep belly breaths here. Inhale, bringing both your palms back right underneath your shoulders. Inhale to lift the back knee and the back toes, the back heel. Stretch into a nice low lunge and framing the right foot, bring your heel toe, your right foot to the middle of the mat and pivot the back foot so that you have a solid foundational base. Inhale, lift up, warrior one. Make sure that the front knee stays over the front ankle. And exhale, stretch into warrior two. Gaze shifting over the top of the right middle finger. From there, straighten the front leg and pivot on the right leg so that both the feet are pointing forwards. From there, get your feet slightly inwards and open out your toes so that they are pointing at an angle. Alright? And opening out from your hips. So using this motion to tuck your tailbone in and pull up from your pelvic bone. Opening out your knees so that they are pointing towards the toes. Inhale and drop your hips into a wide-legged goddess pose. Making sure that your knees stay above your ankles. Get your hips down low as far as you can. Make sure that your tailbone is not arching but it is tucking down and your spine is in one straight line. You can place both your hands down on the knee. Now this is completely optional. You can either stay here or to take it a little deeper, this is what we'll do for our spine. So inhale, twist using your right shoulder, bringing it down to point towards the mat. Shift your gaze upwards towards the ceiling. And the other way. So bringing your left shoulder down, twist your gaze up. This feels amazing on the spine if you're trying this out. Take a second to do this Awesome. From there, inhale and drive up from your quads using your core to support yourself. Now pivot the left foot so that's pointing towards the front of the mat. Pivot the right foot so it's completely pointing forward. Bend the right knee forward. Inhale, lift up both your hands in warrior one, and exhale to rain your hands back down. Pivot on the back foot and bring your right leg all the way up to stretch into three-legged dog and back in your Parvatasana. Awesome. We've completed one side. We'll do the other side just like that. Awesome. From there, inhale, lift your left leg off the mat, stretch your toes to point up to the ceiling. Exhale, bringing your left leg into your chest and place your left foot down on the mat as close to your left hand as possible. Alright, now once you're here, place your hands firmly into the mat and lower your hips down towards the mat in a low runner's lunge. It's very important to bring our awareness to this motion. So lightly graze the fingertips on the mat. Inhale, lift the chin and chest up, gaze straight forward. Exhale and bring the back knee and the back toes down. Stretch up into your runner's lunge. Awesome. Now heel toe your left leg to the edge of the mat. Bring your left hand inside and stretching with your hips, gently come down on your forearms, stretching in your lizard. You can choose to shift your gaze down to the mat or even forwards, whichever feels more comfortable to you. And gently, once you're ready, inhale, lift up on both your palms and bringing your feet inside this time so that your hands are at the outside. Inhale, lift the back knee and the heel up. Pivot the back leg. Make sure that your front foot is steady and completely balanced. Inhale, lift up warrior one on your left side. Exhale, pivot on the back foot, stretch into warrior two. Inhale to bend the left knee, stretching up into warrior one all over again. And exhale, bring your palms down, pivot on the back leg and stretch your left leg off, toe pointing straight up, and bring it back down to stretch in a full Parvatasana. Excellent. Take a nice deep breath here. Awesome. From there, bring your knees down and cross your ankles at the back. Be very, very gentle with this. Gently getting your hips down on the mat and I'm coming to the middle of the mat, so you can choose to be wherever you are, and opening your feet into a butterfly pose. Now notice that I'm using a cushion underneath my hips. I feel that way I'm a lot more elevated. So let the sides of your feet touch and interlocking your hands, cradle your feet in between your hands. Inhale, lift up, sit up a little taller, opening out your chest to the front. So really drive your chest forward and let gravity do its job. So bringing your knees as close to the ground as possible. It doesn't matter if you're up here or if you're up, down right here. It really doesn't matter. What matters is the intention with which we practice. And our intention for this is to open out our hips. So imagine that gravity is just pulling your knees down to the mat. All right, we don't need to push or force anything as long as our intention is there. So you can also choose to place both your hands down on the mat and walk your hands or fold your hands forward, just so you can open out your hips a little bit. So you can wriggle your hips here, keeping your chest and spine straight, or come down completely, bringing your forehead down on the mat, or walking your hands forward, whichever variation feels comfortable to you. Gently walking your hands back. Inhale, lift up both your knees, hug them into your chest, and take a second to observe how you're feeling. Observe your breathing, observing any emotions that you may be experiencing. Notice your breath. Notice how you feel. And gently cross your legs in a Sukhasana, bringing your palms to heart center. And thank yourself for showing up on the mat. So bringing your forehead down towards your fingertips. Gently whisper a namaste. So I hope you enjoyed today's practice and you found this video useful. If you did, please don't forget to leave a comment below letting me know what you thought about this video, and also share this video with your friends and family so that they also can join you on this beautiful journey that you've taken for yourself. You can also share your beautiful post-practice sweat phase with me on my Instagram. Go give me a follow at @fitnesswithapoorva, and don't forget to use the hashtag #sweatfee. Join me on the 7-day yoga challenge from the 14th to 21st, and I will see you on tomorrow's video, which is day 7, our slow stretch Sunday. Until then, stay safe, stay home, stay healthy, keep practicing with me. Namaste.